What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? We are back and we are live. Where's everybody at today? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at, everybody? I miss you guys. Where is everyone at? It is officially 11 o'clock. Well, 11:01. But where is everybody at? How is everybody doing today? Talk to me. Talk to me. It feels good to be back. I know I missed you guys. I missed you guys last week due to a time conflict, so I apologize for that. But I am back on schedule, back on track. What's up, B? Thank you for tapping in. Please share with at minimum 3 people. What's up, Lisa? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. We are back. We are back live for sure. I have a big announcement to announce today, but I'm gonna do it later, towards the end of the live. I am super excited about this, man. Oh my gosh! But come on in, come on in. How are you guys doing today? Today is Tuesday, the second day of the week. If you guys are feeling amazing, you already know. Let me see those ones. Let me see those ones in the chat if you are feeling amazing. I'm sitting here drinking my beet. It's a combination of beet, ginger, and lemon. And man, when I tell you this thing tastes amazing. Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. All right, so as you guys can see on the screen, I will be starting with Tesla today because I'm actually in a Tesla put. I got in around 315, maybe 314, the upper half of 314. So I'm currently down 35%. But as we can see, it's consolidated. So it's no worry, no worries. But of course, if it decides to fall a little lower, well, actually go a little higher at my stop loss, then it's gonna be time for me to get out because I will definitely not be holding this past my stop loss. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome, 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 everybody. How you feeling today, guys? Let me get a 1 if you are feeling amazing. So we are going to start with Tesla today because I am currently in a put, and this put is just for the. It's a quick day trade. My plan is to hold it till around 311.24. I'm sorry, not 311.24. 310.27. I'm waiting. It almost hit that 310.27. It went as low as 310.71. So I am waiting for it to bounce back to the downside. But as we can see, right now I'm on the 5-minute, and it's currently consolidated. So if it breaks above this 317.32, and yeah, it's gonna be time for me to go for sure, because I will not be holding this past that point, because then it would break right out of consolidation, and then not only that, it's right there at resistance as well. So that's a double whammy: breaking out of consolidation and breaking through resistance, right? So for sure, if it's time for me to go, it's just that it's time for me to go, right? We don't hold these. We don't misplace more than we should or more than we anticipate, right? All right, I got that alert, 317.32. right? Let's see. It's looking like it's trying to break it. Let's see what's gonna happen. I hope it rejects because as you can see, it's in the zone, right? So let's see what we're looking like on the hourly. I think we were consolidated on the hourly as well. Yeah, we consolidated on the hourly as well. So let's just hope it rejects that level and bring it back on down. That's what I am looking for. All right, so I'm going to go back to the 5 minute. And again, this is a day trade. I'm actually in a longer put out to August. And I know I'm probably definitely in it. I'm probably like down 10% on that one. Believe it or not, I was actually up 267% on this play. And but again, I'm practicing my leap skills because as you guys know, I do more day trading than I do anything. So I really want to start holding some stuff longer than I normally do, just for the sake of understanding that the longer you hold, the potential is there for you to actually take more gains, right? So so I am working on my leaping skills, or my leaping abilities, all right? What's up, Uptown Rob? Appreciate you tapping in. How you feeling? Let me get a one in the chat if you're feeling amazing. So we are looking at Tesla. I am in a day trade put. The strike is, what is the strike on this? It's a 280 put, and the expiration is Friday the 13th. And if you are superstitious, well, you already know where that would be, you know, I'm not a superstitious individual, but if you are, Friday the 13th is a day for you, okay? King would be proud. Yeah, man, that's my guy, man. You already know how King and I do. That is my guy. And shout out to King, man. Today's his birthday, as well as Virginia. So yeah, I reached out to King already. I definitely gotta reach out to Sir Genia. I'm more of a personal person when it comes to wishing happy birthdays. I really don't like to send text messages about that type of stuff because again, it's your day. I wanna, let you know. Well, look at that. Tesla broke out of consolidation, and it is time to go. That's it. I am not staying in this any longer than I should be, right? And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And this is why my success rate is what it is, right? Because when it's time to go, it's time to go, right? And that's in either direction for your gains or your misplacements, right? When you got to go, you got to go. That's it. Where are we? Let's see. See if she kicks me out. Let's see. She hasn't booted me out yet. Coming back down. Let me get out of this. Get out. Let me get out. Let me get out. Let me get out. Wait a second. It didn't execute. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign for me to stay in. Wait a second. Wait a second. Let's see what's going on here. Let's go back to the hour. It broke out. So we still got that buy signal on the hour too. It Bulls are definitely in charge. Hey, what's up, Crystal? What's up? How you doing today? Appreciate you tapping in. If you are feeling amazing, let me get a 1 in the chat. So right now, again, we are looking at Tesla. I am in a Tesla day trade. My plan was to get out, but it looks like Tesla wants to come back down some more. Go back to the 5 minute. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, that's it. I'm out. I'm not even going to play myself. Not even going to play myself. Can't win them all, y'all. Right? Can't win them all. And it's all right. Some days are going to be better than others. But the best part of those days is that you know when it's time to go. Right? It is time to go. It is time to go. All right, just gotta wait for that to execute. All right, so what are we looking at today, guys? Let me know what we are looking at today. As you can see, I was, well, I'm just waiting for it to execute in a Tesla put, but I'm gonna get out. Right, I'm down now 47%. My goal was to, once it hit 40%, was to get out, but it has passed. Not my goal, my stop loss. My stop loss was set at 40%. And I'm still waiting for it to execute. There we go. I am officially out of that put. Right? So now guess what? I have an additional 55. I'm sorry. When I said it exit at 47%. So now I have an additional, well, not an additional, I saved myself 53% to play with tomorrow, right? And that's the importance of understanding when it's time to get out, right? When in doubt, you get out. There is no reason to hold. There's no reason why you should be watching your money flow into the market versus the market's money flowing into your account, right? No reason whatsoever, all right? All right, so what we're looking at today, guys, let me know. You know what I want to look at real quick? CoreWeave. CoreWeave has been on a tear. Oh, and look at this. Man, oh man, I was talking with somebody yesterday about how I felt CoreWeave was going to start its downtrend on Wednesday. And here it is. It started today. Don't you just hate when that happens? Man, oh man. Well, CoreWeave has definitely been on a tear. All right, so we're looking at NVTS. All right, cool. Let's look at NVTS. Oh, another semiconductor joint. Okay. Okay. Cool, cool. All right, NVTS. All right, so it is officially up over 10%. All right. Let me look a little deeper in NVTS. Oh wait, that's not the right one. Hold on a second. VTS. Let's see. So year to date, they are actually up 120%. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing, right? So for those of you who are not familiar with NVTS, this company engages in the development of ultra-efficient gallium nitride semiconductors, right? It's gallium nitride power is integrated with, wait a second, integrate power with drive, control and protection to enable charging, power density, and energy saving for mobile, consumer, enterprise, and e-mobility and new energy markets. Okay. This company was founded in 2020, right? Market cap of 1.55 billion, and it's currently at its 52-week high. Well, I'm sorry. Today it hit its 52-week high at 8.35, and it opened up at 796. Okay. The average volume is 105.37 million, and the current volume is 66 million. Right? Let's look at that right here. I'm sorry, actually, because I'm looking at Robinhood for those stats. But as you can see here on TradingView, it's something completely different, right? So we have an average volume of 52.69 million, right? As far as the 30 days, and currently we're looking at just over 66, almost 67 million folks playing in this company today. All right, so let's break this down a little bit. All right, so real quick, B, are you looking at this to day trade? You're looking at this long term? You're looking at this to lead, just to hold it for a couple months? What type of play are you looking for to make on NVTS? Just let me know real quick. I am really curious on that. Let me see what else I can dig up. Let's look at the seasonality on it. Oh, where'd it go? Just saw it. There we go, right there. Man, this thing is really on the tear. All right, 2025. Look where we at. All right, look where we were in 2023 and 2024. Right, that's amazing. All right, you got $9 calls. Oh, yeah, you cooking. You are definitely cooking. All right, so I'm going to look at it from a daily perspective. Okay. All right, so again, it already hit its 52-week high, right? So you already know what that means, right? What goes up must come down, right? At some point. So you got to be ready for that, right? This is where you start to test your patience in the market, right? So if it falls below 749, guess where it's going? Right here at the top of support at 716. So if you have the patience for that, just be ready for that, all right? But if it breaks out above its 52-week high at 835, then we're going to get some more momentum if those buyers continue to believe around 872, all right? So looking at all this momentum we have going up, it's been running up since the towards the ending of May, right? So it's definitely been in a nice position since the end of May. But in order for it to break that 52-week high at 835, we are going to need more buyers to start coming in. Because right now, the bulls versus bears, we're only at around 59. So that can change at any moment. And like I said, because it's already tapped its 52-week high, we already know what that means. It's going to have to cool off. All right? Unless, again, those buyers continue to push it upwards. All right, but like I said, it will have to break that 835 and hit the bottom of resistance at 872. Now, if it breaks that, then we're definitely going to get some more upward momentum. So let's look at some more information on it. Right? When is this next earnings? We have earnings in 69 days, which is in August. So August 18th. Okay, so that's enough time to build up some more steam. That's good. That's good. What are the technicals? All right, it's a strong buy. Okay, analysts are still saying it's a buy. All right. Okay, yeah, it's not bad at all. This is not bad at all. You're up 40%. I think I'll take some profit. Oh, absolutely. That part right there is extremely important, right? If you have more than 2 contracts, right, and this is a rule that I practice, right? Whenever I have more than 2 contracts, I'm definitely taking some gains, letting those runners run. That is the purpose of it, right? Because what I like to do, at minimum, get back my initial investment, right? So let's say, for example, if I paid 200, right? And it runs up, let's say 20%, 30%, and it's at that 200 mark, for sure I am taking gains. It's I'm not even hesitating, because now everything else after that is what? It's a bonus, right? And that is how I like to operate. Absolutely. 40%. Yeah, you definitely cooking. You definitely cooking. And then you got time on your side as well. So I'm sure that theta is only snacking on your gains in niblets, right? Versus in chunks, right? I'm curious as to what the theta, not the theta. I'm curious of what the delta and the gamma would be. I am curious on that. But congrats to you for sure, B. Congrats to you. Keep taking those gains, man. Guess what? You are worth it, and don't let anybody else convince you anything otherwise. All right. Every one of you deserve every single gain you take out of the market, and I really, really mean that. All right. Very, very important. It's extremely important that you believe that as well, because we don't get in this game to give the money to the market. We get in this game to take gains, right? So that's what we got to do. That's it. You position yourself based off of what you see on the chart, take your gains, and you get out. That's it. All right, depending on your strategy. But yeah, so going back, looking at NVTS again. Like I said, it already hit its 52-week high, and it looks like it may come down a little bit more. But if it hits that and breaks that 749, we will definitely see that somewhere around 716. So let's go out a little bit more. All right, still the same thing, right? We're still sitting in the same area, right? Let's go out for the week, right? Literally, almost the same, at least to the upside, right? Now let's go to the monthly, because right now we're in June, so we got a whole another 6 months to hold this, right? That right there at $5, right? Because you know if it falls below that 5, it's definitely going to hit somewhere around that top of support at 396. Okay. Let's see. And right now, it's above the 50-day EMA, above the 20, above the 10, above the 200. All of that is what you want, right? So it is definitely sitting in a nice position. Let's look at this from an hourly standpoint. Looks like it wants to start to consolidate. So what time is it now? It's 11, almost 11:30. I would say by 12, it's probably going to start consolidating again, unless we get some more buyers to really push this thing up. But as I said, it looks like it wants to come down a little bit more. All right, so again, just be careful on that. All right. So what else? What else are we looking at? Talk to me, guys. What else are we looking at today? Curious to where Tesla ended up at. Let's see. Tesla. Yeah, you're still sitting high, almost at that 320. Yeah, so we got out just in time. Just in time. Actually, almost hit 321. So what we're looking at today, guys. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. Nvidia's moving nice. It's still on the upward trend. USAR. Okay. USA Rare Earth. Now let me look at this one. Is this another fission play, guys? I know you've been looking at a lot of those uranium joints. USAR. Let's see. This is domestic supplier of rare earth magnets and heavy rare earth elements. It is developing a vertically integrated domestic supply chain for rare earth element magnet production with a facility in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and mining rights to the Round Top heavy rare earth and critical minerals deposit in West Texas. Wow. I'm sorry, I think I said minimal rights, so mining rights. The company was founded in May 2019, and it's only 2 employees. Wait a second. That's interesting. Really, really interesting. What's up, Deborah? Appreciate you tapping in. How you doing? All right, let's see. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Market cap 1.16B. Today it opened at 1347. So as we can see, it's down 2.6, just below 3%. So its high today was 1403. That's pretty dope. 52-week high is at $20. So we still got some room. All right. So we're looking at this on the daily. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. So we're sitting above the 200, the 10, the 20, and the 50 EMA. I like it. And it just crossed that 200 too. So I like this. It's going to have to break that 1402 to get some more upside. But as we can see, it's coming down. But if it breaks that 1231 to the downside, then guess where it's going? 1194, and then right here at 1164. Right? But if it breaks that 1402, we have the bottom of resistance at 1467. Let's look at the volume real quick. Pass it. Oh, there we go. Wow, so it's just above its average volume. Okay. That would explain the push-up. Okay. So it looks like it's coming down because folks may just be taking gains, right? Considering it hit a high today of 1403, it's now sitting at just below 13. So it looks like folks may just be taking gains. And I don't blame them, especially if you've been holding this for quite some time, right? Let's look at this. So yeah, we're on the daily, and we started getting that upward momentum at the end of May. So this is looking good. Looking good. But I wonder why it rejected here. That's what has me curious. Why did it reject here? So we may see some more downward momentum. Is it rejected here? Rejected there? Almost in the same area. Let's see what else. Rejected again here. Yeah, so it may officially reject. It may officially start coming down some more. Let's see how we're looking on the hourly. Yeah. Yep. It's going to come down some more. Because now we're below the 10 EMA. So we got some more downside to go. That 10 EMA is making the turn. And if it crosses that 20, yeah, we definitely got more downside to go for sure. And it is definitely going to hit below that 1231. Then we got the top of support at 1215. And if it breaks that, yeah, we're going downtown for sure. Downtown for sure. Also, analysts upgraded it to 15. Okay. Okay. Let's look at some, let's see. Okay. Let's look a little deeper. Let's see what the analysts are saying. Yep. There you go, right there. 1 year price forecast is 15 bucks. Yeah. You were right on target. Yep. Strong buy. Strong buy. That's for sure. Let's see. Any important news? I don't see anything that's catalytic. Oh, there's your analyst for your $15. Okay, not bad, not bad at all. So is your plan to hold until it hits that 15? Hey, what's up, Fernie? Appreciate you tapping in. Okay, cool, cool. How long have you been holding it? Oh, I'm doing well, Deborah. Thank you for asking. Oh, yeah, yeah. You got some time. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay. Oh, so you got in fresh. Okay. Oh, so you was there for that run up today. Oh man, I know you was excited. I know you were super excited. Love it. I love it. You're always finding those gems. You're always finding those gems. I remember the last time we were on the live, we went over a few of those fission plays, those uranium joints. those things are those things are the wave of the future. They are the wave of the future. That's it. Keep your ears to the street. I love it. I absolutely love it. Got to keep your ears to the streets for sure. So I did cover Tesla, Ferdy. I was actually in a Tesla put day trade, but I ended up getting out because it surpassed my stop loss. My plan was to take, not to take, but my plan, I like to go at, depending on the play, for my trigger to be at 40%, and I end up getting out around 47%. But I'm going to look at SPCE, and then I can go back to Tesla. That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. All right, so you're good on, all right, so let's go a little further out on USAR. Okay, you're swinging it to January. Okay. I'm actually swinging a put out to August because I definitely see Tesla coming down some more. What it looks like, because people are believing in Tesla, and well, I'll talk about it when I go back to Tesla. But so looking at USAR on the 3-day is actually consolidated. Now, the dope part about it being consolidated is consolidated going upwards, right? So, so at this point, it can actually go either way. All right. Well, as I said, those levels that I spoke about earlier, right? So it would have to break that 1402 to see some more upside in order to start looking at that 1467. But if it falls below 1231, we're going to see more to the downside. But it looks like it wants to keep the buyers are the bulls are indeed holding it alive right now. So it is a battle. All right. Let's go a week out. Same thing. Same thing. All right. But we have more buyers in it on the weekly from a weekly standpoint. But like you said, you got it out to January. So and if that's what the analysts are forecasting, guess what? You are in an amazing position. So I wouldn't even and you just got into it recently, so I wouldn't even worry. Me personally, I wouldn't worry at all. I would let it run its course. Because again, what goes up must come down. It's all part of the process, right? All right, so let's look at SPCE. All right, down to just over 2%. All right, let's go to the daily. Virgin Galactic Holdings. Let's see what's going on with these guys. I've heard this ticker somewhere before. Is this the Virgin Records guy? This is his? Let me see. Hey Deborah, this is I can't remember the guy's name. He was a big like record guy, and he had bought. He was like in that whole space race with Tesla and who else was in that race? It was Tesla. Oh, well, I'm sorry, SpaceX, Amazon or Bezos. Ah, there it is. Richard Branson. That's his name. Yeah, that's his name. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Because I know I've seen this ticker somewhere before in regards to like a space race, like folks trying to be the first individuals out there. I'm not sure if the destination was supposed to have been Mars, but I know that there were 3 top dogs that they went in a race against each other. All right, so looking at SPCE, 744 employees, founded in 2017. It's in the aerospace sector. Let's see. Experience using reusable space flight systems. Okay, the firm is also involved in designing, developing, and manufacturing ground and flight testing space flight operations. Okay. So how long are you in this? Is this a long term? Are you holding until 2026? I'm curious about that. Its 52-week high is 1860. Whoa, man. 2026. Okay. All right. Good. I like to hear when you guys are in this for the long haul, because there's something about the companies that you guys see that other individuals may not see, right? And this is what I talk about when I speak on market independence, right? It's clear that you guys have already done your research, which is why your plan is to hold it so far out, and I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. All right, so the 52-week high is at 1860. 52-week low is 218. Okay. So let's look at what's been happening here. Let's zoom out. Let's go to the weekly. Man, this thing looks crazy. Gosh, the last time it was above $10. Wait a second. This thing was was $1,200 at some point? Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Hold on a second here. Wait a second. I'm sorry, y'all. This thing was sitting above $1,200 at some point, y'all. What is going on here? Richard Branson, what you doing, brother? What are you doing to your company that you were up that high, and you're now sitting at $3.42. Man, I'm sure the SEC has contacted you on numerous occasions. Man, that is insane. All right, cool. All right, so let's go back in a little bit. All right, so, whew, that is insane. Is your goal to see it reach that level again, Deborah? I mean, I hope so, because man, for you to get in at this price and for that joint to run up, yeah, they better do a little bit more. They better do a little bit more, advancing in technology if they want to get back to those levels. Man, that is crazy. To whoever shorted through. Oh man, oh my hat's off for sure. Whoever shorted this on the way down. Man, that was insane. All right, so to the upside. Let's see. Rumor is it may start to go up since Trump. Really? Okay. Okay. All right, so it has definitely been on an upward trajectory since Friday. That's for sure. But I wonder why it's been. Let's look at the news. Let's see. Shareholders filed a lawsuit against. Wow. This was 3 days ago. But in the middle of May, they were maintained to buy by Jeffries. I don't know. This may come down a little bit more, Deborah. I don't know. I don't know. And it's consolidated on the daily. Now, the dope part is that it consolidated to the upside on the daily, right? But if it rejects right here at 376, yeah, it's coming back down. And if it comes back down right here below the 50 EMA, blow this up a little more. It's like everything is like entangled right here. You have the 50, you have the 100, I'm sorry, you have the 50, you have the 10, the 20, all sitting right here. Man. Yeah. The next couple of days, this week is gonna be a judgment week for this, for sure. For sure. Let's look at it on the weekly. Now on the weekly, it's consolidated coming down. But you got some time though. Now the beauty about stocks like this, what I like, right? It's a lot of calls are very inexpensive. Okay. Now what I like about leaps like this and on stocks like this is that they move in cents versus dollars. Right, because as you can see, it's almost down just under 2%, and that's only 6 cents, right? That's what I really enjoy about stocks like this. Now, if you look at a stock like a Tesla, right, when it's down or up, so let's say, for example, today it's up just over 3%, that's almost $11, right? Huge difference when you start looking at the percentage, right? And this is why I highly express the importance of looking at the percentage versus the actual dollar amount. Right now, of course, you can't help but look at the other because they're normally right next to each other. But if you condition yourself to be more towards the percentage versus the actual dollar amount, it just makes that much more sense, right? And then not only that, when you're looking at the dollar all the time, it really starts to tap into that emotion, that emotional level where you're starting to use more greed versus using, believe it or not, your common sense, right? So this is exactly that. That's another reason why I keep speaking about just talking about percentage, all right? You're most welcome, Deborah, for sure. It's a pleasure. It is a pleasure. But again, you definitely got some more downside to go, for sure. And then, like I said, this week is definitely going to make or break that upside or downside, because on the daily, it's sitting right here. Everything is like right in the middle, right? But it does look like it wants to continue to the upside. All right. All right. Now let's look at. Let's go back to Tesla. All right. As you can see, I got all these levels already set for Tesla to the downside. All right. But to the upside, let's go. Oh yeah, we're already on the daily. Okay, perfect. All right. So to the upside, Tesla has to break that 321.35 in order to get some more upward momentum. Now, the dope part about that level right there is right there where the 10 and the 20 EMA are sitting. Right there. Right? So that can go either way. Right? Let's look at some news real quick. Start talking about the fall of Tesla. Tesla's downgraded again from a buy to a hold. Tesla's robo-taxi is supposed to hit Austin this week. Okay, so yeah, so that's actually what I was talking about earlier, right? It seems like the reason why a lot of people are tapping into Tesla right now, in light of the launch of the robo-taxi, right? So, and here's my take on that, which is another reason why I'm actually in a put, right? Because the robo-taxi, in my opinion only, I don't really think it's going to do as good as folks believe it's going to do. And the reason why is because his focus, well, at least from a public perception perspective, his focus has not been on any of the promises he's made, especially in regards to the robo-taxi, a lot of these robots. What else was he talking about? Things in regards to SpaceX, right? And then on top of that, guess what also happened? The administration pulled a lot of those contracts, right? The administration is also not being as gentle in the EV space as everybody anticipated, right? So, with that said, I believe Tesla is going to come down some more, right? And again, I'm just looking at it from a data perspective. And I could be wrong, right? Look at today. Look at what happened yesterday, right? Tesla's been on a tear the last couple of days, right? And you haven't heard any more feuding between the administration or Tesla, right? So that's a good thing, right? But again, it would have to break on the daily that area right here, 321.35, in order to see some more upward momentum. And if we see that, if it breaks that, then we are going to see 327.56 and possibly 330.94. Now that 330, that 320, and that 330, in my opinion, are psychological levels, right? And the reason why I say this is because these are numbers that are highly anticipated when it comes to stocks just moving, right? They like to see those $10 increments, right? Like the 320, the 330, the 350, the 375s, right? Numbers like that are psychological numbers. And when it comes to price points, okay? And again, that's just my opinion, all right? And none of anything we discuss in this financial advice, right? I'm only giving you things from my perspective, okay? But now, let's talk about Tesla to the downside, right? If it comes down and breaks that 311.24, guess where we're going next? 310.27, and then 308.50, right? Then we start to fall below that 50 EMA, right? And let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit more, right? When we see that 10 EMA is actually below the 20, right? It already crossed it, right? But you never know. You never know. But again, I'm still holding my put until August, right? So, yeah. Let's look at it from a weekly standpoint. Yeah, sorry, I got all these levels in the way. But as you can see, I've really been looking at Tesla lately. Whenever you see a bunch of these lines on a chart that I'm showing you guys, I have really spent time dissecting these price points, right? Because I really like to step away and just let these alerts go off so I can understand where the price is going versus me having to constantly look at the chart. All right, that's why I do it this way. Okay. Let's see what else. Also, guys, please make sure you are liking the content, right? Because if you like, once you like the content, it starts to tap into the algorithm. The more likes, the better. All right. And please subscribe if you are not currently subscribed to the channel. All right. I have to get used to saying that. I'm not used to saying that because I really want to grow this channel exponentially. Okay. All right. So we have time for one more ticker. Fernie, please let me know if that was, if what I discussed helped you in any way. All right. I know you are leaping with Tesla, and I'm leaping also, but in the opposite direction. All right. And I'm sure at the end of the day, we're both going to take gains. So, kudos to you for seeing what you see. All right. Let's look at Apple. Okay. What's up, Alika? How you doing today? Let me get a 1 if you are feeling amazing. Also, you as well, Fernie. Everybody. If everybody is still feeling amazing, here we are about to hit 12 o'clock, the middle of the day. I know some may be on lunch. Some may be getting ready to take lunch, right? If you are feeling amazing, let me get a 1 in the chat. All right. All right, we're looking at Apple. I was actually looking at some information in regards to that WWDC. So what does that actually stand for? Is it Worldwide Digital Conference? Is that what that stands for? I'm really curious. I've only seen the acronym. I haven't actually seen the breakdown of it. So I'm just speculating, or just guessing rather. But I was looking at, so they're supposed to be making some updates to the iPad that's supposed to be the upgrade. So it's supposed to be the iPad 26. I really didn't even know. I didn't even know that there were that many versions of the iPad. It really goes to show you how many iPads I've bought in my lifetime. I've actually only bought one, which is the one that I currently have, and it is I bought this about maybe 6 months ago. 6 or 7 months ago, maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later. But based off of the information that I've read, Worldwide Developers Conference. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Got you. Thank you for that. Yeah, so in regards to the iPad, the version is the iPad 26. And it's supposed to be similar to using the MacBook. A lot of the features are going to give you laptop capabilities, right? I think that's going to be extremely dope because I don't know about you, but I really dislike when I use my iPad and I feel like I'm looking at a bunch of mobile apps, right? It really does suck. Now, of course, I understand that it's designed for that, but, you know, if that's the case, I could just do any and everything on my phone, right? Because I do have an iPhone. But nonetheless, it's really for the sake of the wider screen, which is why I actually bought the tablet anyway, right? But all right, so looking at Apple on the daily, Apple has been consolidated since the beginning of May. Gosh, man, just been bouncing up and down since the beginning of May. Man. All right, here we go, Alika. So, in order for Apple to get out of consolidation, she is going to have to go above 213.86 to get out of, I'm sorry, and that's to the upside. To the downside, if Apple falls below 193.27, we are going to see Apple fall down some more to at least 190, maybe 190 flat. I'm going to go ahead and say 190 flat, right? Because once Apple starts to fall, there's one thing I have noticed about Apple. People start selling, right? Why? I don't know. It just seems to be the culture of Apple. Once one sells, everybody starts to follow. Once one buys, everybody starts to follow. But here is something unique, right? Literally, right here in the middle, since Apple has been bouncing up and down in between two price points, right here, literally, the bulls and the bears are neck and neck, right? Let's look at the volume. 53.56 million on average, and right now we're at 21.89. I don't know, Apple. I don't know. You got some explaining to do. And what's even more interesting about the Worldwide Developers Conference, look how much folks really believed in what they saw, right? It only pushed it up, not even 1%, right? So it really goes to show you how much folks are really still pursuing Apple like they used to, right? And I know the last big negative news I heard on Apple was in regards to the administration placing that tariff on any products, or maybe it was just the phones in general made outside of the U.S. Now, I'm not sure if that's still a thing, but I haven't heard anything else otherwise in regards to that. So latest updates, Apple aims to profit from its AI tech with its OS updates to enhance this. Analysts predict 25% of the global population will use AI via Apple devices soon. Interesting. Including series updates. Now, I don't know about you. I personally have never used Siri, right? And I've had an iPhone for a few years now. So it really goes to show you if the analysts are predicting a 25% population going to use Siri based on the upgrades, this would be interesting to see, right? I personally, but again, it's just me personally, I have no use to ask Siri anything, nor do I have a use to ask Alexa anything, right? I'm really not fond on talking to, and I know it sounds hypocritical, but just me personally, I've just never used devices to talk to in order to get them to do something for me outside of just physically having a conversation. But who knows? I'm sure one day that'll change, just for it just being much more convenient. But nonetheless, 50-50, it can go either way, right? Either way, right? But again, for at least for today, it's going to have to go above 204.32. And as we can see, it ain't really going anywhere. All right, let's look at it on the weekly. All right, we got some downward momentum. Look like it's been coming down since the beginning of May. And here we are at the end of, I'm sorry, wait. Yeah, that's why it's the beginning of May. And here we are at the end of April. We started getting some upward momentum. But again, either way, it was just flat. Apple has officially flatlined, right? It's just a matter of when she plans on coming outside of that. All right, so going back to the daily. So again, in order for Apple to see some true momentum to the upside, she is going to have to break 213.86. But before she does that, she's going to have to break 204.41 and then 206.79, right? So she's going to have to get out of this current position and then go above the 50 EMA, which is at 206.79, all right? So I hope that helps. Yeah, Apple looks like she's struggling big time. I don't know. All right, so we are now at 11 o'clock. And if you tapped in at the beginning of the live, I mentioned I have an announcement I would like to make, right? So those who have been tapped in with me for quite some time know and understand how passionate I am about sharing the knowledge that I know, the knowledge that I've gained, the insight that I have in regards to the stock market, right? I've been in this game for quite some time, and I have learned the ins and outs, and I've also created some tips and tricks that I use on a day-to-day basis, right? My success rate when I play in the market is anywhere between 75 and 85%, right? So what that means is for every 100 trades I take, anywhere between 75 and 85 of them are to the winning, in the winning category, right? I think those stats are relatively amazing, right? I'm the candle master. Thank you, I appreciate that. So I have been in the crates. I have been in the lab, and I have been creating something, and I'm taking this opportunity to share it with you guys, right? So it is officially complete, and I've created what I have dubbed the Stock Market Boot Camp, right? What that means is you will be with me for 5 days straight, learning candles, learning specific indicators, learning how to plot your levels, learning about the options, the Greeks, how to properly place your stop losses. And on top of that, you will have the opportunity to look at all of the resources that I look at on a day-to-day basis that help influence the decisions that I make in this market, y'all. Man, when I tell you, man, oh man, this is going to be epic. 5 days, right? It's going to be 5 days, 2 hours each day from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Just cooking, learning, getting a clear understanding on how to play in today's market. You guys hear me say it day in and day out. Yesterday's market is not today's market. I say this for a reason, right? And the reason why I say that is because what happens yesterday does not spill over into today, right? When you look at it from a psychological standpoint, it's clear as day, right? And I really want everybody to understand that. Very, very important. This game starts with mindset. 90% of this game is mindset. 5% of this game is emotions. The other 5% is technical analysis, right? No matter how you slice it, you have to have a clear understanding on how to play this game. And if you do not, you are doing yourself a disservice. Okay? So, trust me when I tell you, you have to understand this game if you are looking to play to win. All right? So, I am going to put the link to the boot camp inside the chat. All right? And I highly encourage you to tap in if you are still struggling to take gains out this market on a day-to-day basis. All right? There we go. Right there. There is the official, right? You guys are hearing it first. All right? You guys are hearing it first. The official launch of the Stock Market Bootcamp. All right? The dates are June 23rd until June 27th. All right? So we got some time. All right? So again, but you guys are hearing this first. So if you are interested, the link is now in the chat. It is official. All right? Is it official? It's official. It's official. And I was saving this specifically just for you guys just today. All right? Now, I will be putting this information on social media. And if you or anybody you know you feel can benefit from tapping in on this boot camp, please share. All right? Because you know what it's all about for me. It's all about the impact, right? It is 100% about impact. Now, of course, I have to charge because we're talking about my time, right? This is time that I'm dedicating to you. 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, literally going over everything from the candles all the way up until the stop losses. All right? All right? Are you going to be doing it more than once? I guess it really depends on time. But listen, if the public wants it again, this is what I'm here for, right? And that's just being transparent with you, right? That I'm going to be 100% transparent. If the public wants it again, then I will offer it again to the public. So it's really all about the demand. Okay? You're going to be on vacation that week? Oh, man, I'm so sorry to hear. So sorry to hear. But again, it all depends. It all depends on the demand for it. And also, the timing, right? We are now going to be officially moving into the summer. And we all know we start making those plans in the summer, right? I do know I have a relatively busy August. So then that really just leaves July. But we'll see. It's only time will tell, right? Just like how we get into these leaps, right? We got to wait till we start to see those gains. And what I mean by gains in this perspective, just the demand, all right? If the demand percentage increases, then absolutely, for sure. Then I will definitely have to make the time to run this up again, all right? But again, you guys are hearing this first, all right? Exclusively on my YouTube channel, all right? So again, if you or anybody you know that will be able to tap in, then please share it. Will it be recorded if we cannot make the live? Absolutely. It will be recorded, all right? But it will require you to use Telegram to tap in to get access to the actual Zoom links, right? My original plan was to set this up with WhatsApp, but I was having some issues trying to do it through WhatsApp because apparently you can only, when it comes to using WhatsApp, it's only accessible on one device at a time. So that's why I had to push it towards Telegram. And plus, I'm really starting to like Telegram. I think Telegram is actually pretty dope. It's definitely become a nice, secure, securely accessible application. And so I'm learning more and more about it. I'm starting to use it more and more myself. But again, tap in. If you know anybody that can benefit from it, please share. All right? Very, very important, because we are now going to be moving into the third quarter very, very soon, right? There's a lot of things that are going to be kicking off in the summer that you're not even aware about. All right, and I want to make sure that each and every one of you are going to be ready for what's to come. All right. You are more than welcome, Yaz. Absolutely. All right, y'all. So that does it for today. I will be live again on Thursday. All right. Same bat time, same bat channel. All right. And as always, I really, really appreciate you guys on this YouTube journey with me. Right. It is nothing short of amazing. All right. So again, please like this. Please subscribe. And I will tap in with you guys on you listen, you guys are welcome. This is why I do this, right? I do this for you, right? I do this for you. It is all about the impact for me, right? I really don't care about anything else. I really don't. Like, I can literally be sitting here quiet, not talking to anybody, trading, and just keeping it all to myself. But I'd rather share it with you. All right? So this is why I do this every Tuesday and every Thursday. All right? So I will see you guys on Thursday. You guys continue to have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right?